Hey guys, welcome to Crossfader. My name is Lawrence James, and today we're going to talk about how we can get more gigs this year. I reached out to the Crossfader community and said, hey, what is your goal? What is your number one goal for this year? And the overwhelming response was to get more gigs, to get my first gig, to be playing residencies. And that is exactly why we start DJing. We dream of playing to crowds week in, week out of hundreds, if not thousands of people. So in this video, I'm going to give you the best tips, the best practices, and also the mindset that you need to become a full-time working DJ and to get more gigs this year. The first part of the video is talking about the skills you need, the bio you need, the portfolio you need to go out to get them initial connections to get the gigs. And the second half of the video is going to be about that mindset and the hustle and what you have to do week in, week out to maintain that working status as a DJ. To get them residencies that you want week in, week out, to get that first gig, it's more than just uploading a mix, believe me. So in this video, we're going to give you the whole package, and wait till the end of the video because I'm going to give you a free PDF of all the tips in this video, as well as some extra bonus content and knowledge. So before we get into the tips, make sure you like, subscribe, or hit the bell icon so when we upload a video, you do not miss anything. So the first talking point is you have to have a serious, honest conversation with yourself of, are you good enough for a live gig, first of all? You'll know this by looking at other DJs online, seeing how technically good they are. You'll also know this by going down to your local events, going down to your local bars or clubs, listening to the music. It's like, okay, am I this good to be playing in this club, in this bar? Let me go and listen to Mixcloud. Let me check some Mixcloud, some mixes in my genre. Can I mix like this DJ, that DJ? Am I good enough to go and get myself a gig? Then we need to talk about our portfolio of work. Are our socials up to scratch with other top DJs? If I'm a club promoter or a bar manager or someone running an event, I've got DJ A. This DJ has no Mixcloud mixes. He's got no videos. He or she has got no posts relating to what kind of genre or music they play. And then I've got DJ B. He or she have 50 reels. They have a TikTok account that's popping. They have 10 mixes, they have 10 SoundCloud mixes, Mixcloud mixes. You know which DJ you're going to pick. You're going to pick DJ B because you can see from their socials that they are invested, they are hungry, and they are consistent. And that is the word here, consistency. Make yourself a schedule, a planner to upload a reel, upload a YouTube video, upload something to TikTok, upload something to Mixcloud every single week or whatever you can commit to, whether that's bi-weekly, whether that's on a monthly basis, something you can stick to. Not only will that show event planners that you are ambitious and that you're consistent and that you want to be a working DJ, it will also help you just in practice to become a better DJ. If you're recording some content, there's nothing better than hitting record because then you're under pressure to perform. The more you hit that record button, it gets you into that mindset that somebody is watching. And that is transferable when you are out in a live environment and someone's watching. If you press record, it just adds that little bit of pressure to get the mix right, to get thinking like a DJ. What next song shall I play? Does this mashup work with this? What transition can I use? And that'll just perfectly translate when you go and get your first gig or you're in clubs or you're in bars, and it'll just ease that pressure because you know that you can perform under pressure. When you start uploading content consistently, you might start to get stuck for some inspiration. It happens to everyone. It happens a lot in DJing, in producing. You need to get yourself out of that state of mind. Go and find inspiration. We all have our favorite DJs. We all follow them on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. Go and sit and watch or go through your phone, save some posts if you don't have time so you can come and watch them later, and go and watch your favorite DJs doing what they do best. Go on a music hunt search. I love sitting down at the end of a month or the end of a week for a couple of hours, searching my favorite record pools or streaming sites for new music. Nothing will inspire you more than a new transition, trying out a new trick, trying to copy or emulate your favorite DJ's transition. And once it comes off, it gives you that morale boost that you need to keep going and keep creating content. Finally, to this first half of the video of building up your portfolio of content is uploading a mix. It sounds simple, but a lot of DJs still aren't doing it. There's amazing websites, Mixcloud specifically, which allows you to upload your mixes copyright free for you to share and promote and grow a fan base. SoundCloud is there as well. You might come into some issues with copyright with SoundCloud, but it is there and is still being used by DJs around the world. And what is more concrete than telling a event manager or a club owner that you can DJ than sending them your mixtape? It sounds obvious, but sending them your mixtape, and again, going back to my earlier point of recording consistent mixes, will make you a better DJ. So it just makes sense. It'll also allow you to engage with fans. When you start uploading consistently, you will start to grow a fan base, and these fans will be the starting block to you connecting and replying and growing a community around your genre. You can also experiment with genres that you might not play. Get some feedback from the people that are listening to your mixes. Then if I'm a club promoter or an event planner, I come to your Mixcloud page, I see loads of comments saying how good you are, saying how good this transition was. Then that cements for me that you can do the job that you say you can do. You can also upload your mixes to YouTube and Instagram. Then you're able to stretch your content. If you are making a mix for YouTube and recording it, you get two for the price of one. You can upload it to YouTube and Instagram, and you can also use the audio for Mixcloud or SoundCloud. So you're killing two birds with one stone. Not only that, you can chop up sections of 1 minute sections of the mix, make a 1 minute reel or a 1 minute Instagram post or even a TikTok post. So all this is great time management, and it just stretches your content and makes it go even further. So now I want to talk about more of the mindset of actually going out there and getting yourself the club residencies, the bar residencies, and the live gigs that you want. The best ways to make connections in your local area is to reach out, is to mingle, and is to be supportive of other DJs in your scene. Make connections with them in person and online. If they're posting videos, make sure you're on their Instagram, supporting them, tagging them, sharing their mixes and their posts, hyping them up and showing them some love, sharing tracks. Just making general connections with local DJs in your area is a powerful thing. You never know when a local DJ who has a residency might be ill. He might drop out. He might ask you to fill in. And if you're ready, you can go in there and do a great job. But without them connections, that might never happen. Go out to your local clubs, your local bars, support the DJs that are in there, film it, upload it, and you never know what might come from that. Just be super supportive. We all need a little bit of help in life, a little bit of a helping hand, and DJing is no exception. It's not a competition, it can be a collaborative effort. So take the time to support your favorite DJs, your local DJs, and just build a community of hyping people up. And eventually that will pay off in the long run in building those friendship connections. The next piece of advice is always remember that getting a gig is a two-way street. You might go up to an event planner and say, hey, I'm a great DJ. I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. I really want to get my foot in the door. What can you do for me? But the event planner is saying, well, hey, what can you do for me? Why would I put you on over somebody else that can bring people to my event? That just doesn't make any sense for me. So what are you going to do for me? So you need to make yourself valuable. Can you help with promotion? If they've got an event going on, can you share it to story? Can you help promote it? Can you bring a group of friends down to the gig and just hang out in the gig, show some support, help boost the overall night? Can you offer to do a warm-up gig just to get your foot in the door? This will really show somebody who is putting on an event that you're serious, you're hungry, that you are offering value to that event. You know, hang out in the DJ booth if the DJ lets you. Create bonds, create things you have in common. Music is a great universal language that we all speak, and if you can create them connections, it will help you in the long run. Get to know the staff, get to know the people running it, get to know the people in the venue, get to know the bar staff. All of these things in the long run will seriously help you out into becoming a working DJ. So once you get your foot in the door, maybe you get your first gig, take advantage of that situation because you might not know when it will come back again. And what I mean by that is, Of course, you might be filled with a bit of trepidation, a bit of nervousness, and your full focus will be on doing a good job as a DJ. First of all, you need to be professional. Make sure that you're super friendly, super kind, super engaged. Make sure you let the event planner know that you're excited and you're ready and you're prepared to do the gig. Make sure you're on time. There is nothing worse than somebody turning up late, and that goes for not just your first gig, that goes throughout your whole career. Make sure you're on time and professional. Make sure that you're helping out the event itself. Make sure that you have got your phone out recording the event, recording the people in it, uploading them to your story, and then the next day, if you've got some photos or some videos, keeping the buzz going about the event, and just show hunger, desire, determination that you are in this, and you are super supportive, super hungry, super motivated to be a part of whatever event it is that you are doing. It also stretches further to make great content for you as well. So in some point in your DJ journey, it might be at the beginning, it might be when you start to get residencies, but you're gonna have to ask yourself, what is my brand? Like, who am I as a DJ? Where do I wanna be? What clubs do I wanna be playing? What kind of scene do I want to be in? What kind of genre do I want to be in? Am I a tech house DJ? Am I an open format DJ? Am I a hip hop DJ? If you're a house DJ, of course, you're going to have tunnel vision about being a house DJ, and that's all the music you play. And you will naturally kind of create a community and an environment of house DJs and go to the house clubs. But if you like all music, it might take you a little bit longer to figure that out. But try and think about long term. Try and take a step back and look at what kind of DJ you are, what you've become or what you want to become. What do my socials say about me? Am I professional? Am I funny? Am I a bit tongue in cheek? Am I playing only house music, only hip hop music? What are people seeing? Because if people are seeing something different to what you're going out and portraying yourself to be, then you might get confused playing gigs that you don't want to do. Some people might be booking you for events, you might turn up and not have the right music, and it might all get a little bit confusing. So just ask yourself, what is my genre? Who are my peers? What clubs do I want to be in? And what events do I want to play? Another tip I want to quickly touch on is researching an event or a club gig is super valuable. If you get booked for a gig that you don't really know about, you're going to need to know what kind of people go there, what kind of music they play, how many rooms is it? Because some clubs have 2 rooms, one might be for house, one might be for hip hop. Make sure that you've got your DJ playlists and your folders categorically in order so that you're kind of prepared for anything. You know, who's the manager? Who is the promoter? All of these things become second nature to you the more experience you get, but can be super valuable initially when you start going out there to gigs and places that you don't know about. Certain cities have different music tastes completely to another city. My final tip, guys, is work on your skills. Do not get comfortable with the kind of level you're at. Say you've worked hard at all these tips and you've got yourself your first gig. Don't rest on them laurels, because one thing, you will get bored quickly. If you're mixing the same tracks with the same tracks, if you're doing the same transition, you're pressing echo out at the same point in a track, it will just get boring to you. So always work on your skills. Make sure you check out our DJ courses online. We've got DJ courses for Record Box, Denon users, we've got Serato, we've got scratching courses, transition courses. We've also got a dedicated DJ Hub app filled with techniques, advanced tutorials, mix breakdowns, social media tips, and everything. So make sure you stay on top, because like I said in the early part of the video, if I'm DJ A that has no social media, that has no mixes to show for it, or I'm DJ B that's got all of that, if I'm an event planner, I'm always going to go with DJ B. So guys, there is a link in the description to download the free PDF. It'll have all of these little bits of wisdom, little bits of knowledge, as well as some bonus pieces of information that you can really use to start getting them gigs that we want. Remember, Crossfader is always here. We have our Discord channel that you can jump in. We have our Instagram that you can always message us on and get some feedback, get some advice. Make sure you subscribe to the DJ Hub as well, where you can come, check out some mixed breakdowns, check out more pieces of nuggets of knowledge that you need to take that next step into becoming a successful working DJ. We are going to get them gigs in 2022, and we're going to do it together. Let me know in the comments what your goal for this year is. I'd love to know so we can help you out in another video. But like I say, let's get these gigs this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another video.